According to Jerry Dulac, and you know our saying here on All Steelers Talk, Dulac listens, or Dulac talks, you listen. He was on the Rich Eisen show yesterday. He dropped some contract details for Mike Tomlin, letting it be known that the Pittsburgh Steelers aren't moving on from their head coach. They have no thoughts of moving on from their head coach. Why? Because last June, they signed him to a 3-year, $50 million deal. That makes him the third highest paid coach on average in the NFL. He trails just Andy Reid, who you could pay Andy Reid all the money in the world. I just still think he is worth more. And Sean Payton, who the Broncos, I mean, hopefully this turns into everything they hope for. It looks like it has a chance to, but I mean, took a shot, a massive shot on a head coach. Meanwhile, the Pittsburgh Steelers inked Mike Tomlin to a 3-year deal coming off a first-round exit in Buffalo with the expectation that things were going to get better, everything was going to be just fine, and then they weren't. $50 million. Two-parter question for you. The first one, did they overpay for Mike Tomlin? Because I think that you're walking the line there. And two, you think teams would care about a $50 million contract for Mike Tomlin? You think that they would have to think twice about that at all if they were interested in a trade? Maybe not this year, but next year.
Here's what I'm going to say. Would I pay Mike Tomlin $50 million for the job that he's done over the last 5 years? No. But you're worth what people are willing to pay you. And the Rooneys are willing to pay Mike Tomlin $50 million for the job that he's done over the past 5 years. So do I care that he's getting paid $50 million? No. This is a league in which the average shelf life of a head coach is 3 to 5. So am I surprised that a guy who's going into year 19 is getting a little bit extra on the side from the team that always wants to make sure that they have their head coach safe and happy within their organization? No, I'm not surprised at all. I'm not surprised that he is the third highest paid coach in the NFL, because in this league, especially at head coach, you're paid for what you've done for the most part, not for what you're going to do. Yeah, everybody likes to say, oh no, we're paying him for what he's going to do because he's going to bring us wins and playoff wins and champion. No, you're paid for what you've done already. And what Mike Tomlin has done already is 18 years with Art Rooney and in that Steelers organization. So am I surprised that they went and they overpaid him? In my eyes, no. I'm not surprised that they're overpaying him at all.
No, I'm not either. I'm not surprised. I think it's wild that you paid him to be the third highest paid head coach in NFL history and didn't test to see if he was going to get any better or if the team was going to get any better. Not saying that they wouldn't have signed him. Like, that's the situation here. Mike Tomlin would have left last season, remained the Steelers head coach. You know, there would have been all this talk. We would have had a blast with it. On this show, we would have thrived because we would have been able to just talk about Mike. Is he leaving? Is he staying? Mike Tomlin wouldn't have gone anywhere. He would have signed a 3-year deal in Pittsburgh right after his contract expired or before it expired. We would have had until 3 days ago, right at that Mike McCarthy deadline, to talk about what's going to happen with Mike Tomlin. And then we would have had to talk about, well, Mike Tomlin signed a 3-year deal. That's all that would have changed. I just think it's a big number, dude. It's a big number. It's bigger than I thought. And I get it. That's $5 million. But even when I said $45 million, it was big. Like, that's a massive number. And it just starts this season. Like, $50 million doesn't even start until right now. Now you got 3 more years. Concerning, you know?
Say what you want about Mike Tomlin. He does lie to the media from time to time, but when he said I'm highly compensated, he was right. He is highly compensated.
Yeah, it's true. It's very, look at, dude, I would never leave my house. He hasn't grocery shopped in like 20 years. I would stare in the mirror and come up with new phrases every single day. I would do it all. I would never wear jeans ever. Nothing but sweatpants and the same t-shirt every single day of my life for $50 million. I wouldn't even think twice about it. So shout out Mike T. A little bit high, in my opinion. A little bit high. Look at these results. People are making free money betting on sports, making thousands every month. The secret? They're using OddsJam. OddsJam isn't just another betting app, it's turning the entire system in your favor. OddsJam uses a strategy called arbitrage, finding odds differences across sportsbooks. Bet both sides, and no matter the outcome, you will profit. Here's an example. You put $500 on Boise State to win on FanDuel and $335 on their opponent San Francisco on DraftKings. You're guaranteed to make $50 win or lose. With the OddsJam mobile app, you get real-time alerts on these opportunities every day. People are making thousands monthly. To get you started, use our code ALLSteelersTalk for 35% off and a 7-day free trial. I guarantee you'll profit during that trial, and if you don't, cancel with one click, no questions asked. Don't leave money on the table. Go to oddsjam.com, use our code ALLSteelersTalk, and start making money the smart way.